We're in Saloon in the Netherlands on a bitterly cold winter's day. Behind me is the privateer Trawler 65, and this is an interesting boat, not only because of the cherry red hull colour, but also because it has a totally enclosed main deck and no cockpit, which makes a really interesting difference to the interior and mainly the saloon of the boat. But most importantly, it has underfloor heating, so let's get on board and have a closer look. So this is what the saloon looks like from the inside of the boat, and it's a really unique space. I haven't really seen anything like it before, but it means that your internal living space extends pretty much right to the bathing platform, which gives you this fantastic entertaining space where you have the lounging area aft with these wonderful views looking out the back of the boat, and then you also have a dining area as well. And there's a really nice feeling in here. The decor is brilliant, modern, but not too flashy. Lovely little details like the LG sound system, which this owner has specified. Every seat has its own reading light as well, and it's just a really lovely place to come and relax at the end of the day. So the owner of this boat said to himself, I've got an enormous Flybridge up here, why do I need to have an open space in the cockpit, which is why this saloon is right back to the transom. But of course that means you lose your Flybridge steps where they would normally be. So Privateer has had to improvise a bit and have put this ladder on the transom which leads right from the bathing platform up to the Flybridge. Works really, really well. And that's supplemented by an internal staircase in the pilot house, so let's go and have a look at that. An internal staircase like this one is becoming a rare commodity on boats, so it's really good to see one in place. Now obviously there's a reason to have one on this boat because you have the ladder at the back compared to the normal staircase, but it also means that you can get up to the top deck really quickly. Communication between the helm stations is really good, and it just means there's a really good pathway through the boat that doesn't mean you have to go through the saloon. So we're currently doing 8.5 knots, which is pretty much spot on cruising speed for this boat. It's got a pair of 240 horsepower John Deeres, and at that speed each engine is sipping around 13 litres an hour, and with a 14,000 litre fuel tank that means you're going to go a long way. So the helm station needs to be comfortable and easy to use, and thankfully it is. It's all very clearly laid out, everything falls to hand really easily. You've got your two plotter screens right in front of you just where you need them, and what's quite interesting, we're on autopilot at the moment, but if you take her off autopilot you expect maybe a boat like this for the steering to be quite heavy, but actually it's electro-hydraulic, so it's super light, with fingertips, and you can start her moving around. And there is of course hydraulic backup in case the electrical system fails, but most of the time you'll be spent on autopilot, of course. This is peppered with really good practical details. Every flat ledge has this really chunky fiddle on it, which not only stops stuff sliding, but it means you can grab onto things as you walk around the boat, which is great. And then there's stuff like this sliding chart table, which comes down right next to the helm seat just where you need it, so you can put out your charts, your binoculars, and it means everything falls to hand. So there are 4 cabins on board the 65. Usually they fit 3, but there's only wanted 4, which means you get 2 bunked guest cabins and a VIP at the bow. Obviously the centrepiece of the accommodation is this master cabin, which has loads of room in it, nice flat floor, and of course this amazing feature which is hull windows. You get them in the cabin, and then you also get 3 of them as well in your bathroom, which is at the end of the bed, which I'll have a look at in a second. The bathroom is a lovely feature of this master cabin because what a place to have a shower, clean your teeth when you have this wonderful view outside. And the heated flooring in here, it runs around the boat, but it feels like a real treat when you come in here in the morning and the floor is warm. One really nice little feature in this cabin is the television, which pops up MTV crib style at the end of your bed. And part of that, when this panel lifts up, it also leaves you a huge amount of room beneath the bed to put your suitcases in when you come to stay for a while. On initial viewing you might think the Galley is a little bit small, but actually because of its shape it's very usable. Because it's U-shaped, you have plenty of countertop to prepare food, you have all the things you need, of course, fridge supplemented by one down the lazarette, dishwasher here, and because of its shape it's a good sea-going galley as well. You can really wedge yourself in if the boat's rolling around a bit, and if there are crew on board cooking for you, you can close it off very easily with this sliding door.